The boy broke off the root of a plant, tried a bite, and found it quite tasty. He then ate some grass from the ground, and was surprised to find it equally delicious. The entire forest seemed to be made of food. He then ventured deeper into the island. The next moment, a commotion erupted. Upon closer inspection, there were countless mongooses. At that moment, the mongooses all looked up at the large creature before them. They did not attack, and the boy did not want to engage with them either. He just wanted to take a bath as soon as possible. After chasing away these little creatures, he jumped into the water hole. The long-awaited sense of comfort made him unable to resist swimming freely in it. Just as he finished his shower and was about to rest, he noticed that the tiger had also come over. This creature was enjoying its meal, but strangely, the mongooses did not flee despite the presence of a predator. Seeing the tiger eating so happily, the boy couldn't help but smile with relief. However, by nightfall, the mongoose group suddenly scattered and ran away. He was puzzled, and even the tiger returned to the boat. It turned out the mongooses just wanted to sleep, but the boy discovered something terrifying. A brilliant light suddenly emanated from the waterhole, and numerous dead fish floated to the surface. Even more peculiar was that their bodies appeared to have been corroded, exposing their white bones. He had no idea what was happening. The tiger sat quietly on the boat, clearly afraid to approach the island, as the entire island looked like a human-shaped creature. Driven by curiosity, the boy picked a flower from the tree, and found a human tooth inside. He couldn't believe his eyes. This might be a cannibal island. The boy knew he had to leave immediately. So early the next morning, he took a boatload of food, which should be enough for him and the tiger to eat for a while. Since they left, no one has seen the cannibal island again. The man and the tiger began their journey of survival. Originally, there were 5 animals on the ship. The boy and his family were traveling on a steamship. When they encountered a severe storm, he managed to escape to a lifeboat. But at that moment, a zebra also jumped down. As he panicked, a tiger suddenly leaped out of the water, causing him to jump back into the water. He then climbed onto the nearby mast, only to find that the tiger was no longer there. The boy tried to return to the ship, but another hunting dog appeared. He had to climb back up the mast, but the dog was seasick. Suddenly, the boy seemed to hear a sound in the distance. Looking in the direction of the sound, he was surprised to see a monkey, which then rescued him. A human and several animals thus began their survival journey. When herbivores and carnivores are together, there is bound to be conflict. The hunting dog targeted the boy, but the boy had a wooden stick to defend himself, so the dog couldn't hurt him. The dog then shifted its target to the injured zebra. Although the boy and the monkey tried their best to stop it, the zebra was still eaten, fearing a sudden attack. The boy stayed awake all night and nearly fell into the sea and drowned. When he came to his senses, the hunting dog had already charged out. The monkey, who had long been disgusted by its brutal actions, struck it unconscious with a blow. But just as he relaxed, the dog suddenly charged again, biting the boy's neck. It turned out the dog had been feigning unconsciousness. By the time the boy rushed to help, the monkey was already dead. Enraged, the boy shouted at the dog, but the next moment, a tiger burst out of the cabin and killed the dog with a single bite. The boy quickly threw the life preserver into the water. Fortunately, the ship was too unstable for the tiger to climb aboard. He then jumped into the sea, thus sacrificing his only chance of survival for the other. The boy knew this was dangerous because there was no food here. So, while the tiger was resting, the boy returned to the cabin and discovered there was plenty of food inside. He immediately began eating it. Was his first meal since being stranded. After eating his fill, he transferred the food to the raft. Just then, the 5th animal, a rat, appeared. The boy didn't understand what was happening, but the tiger suddenly pounced. Fortunately, the canvas caught its claws. The boy tried to greet it, but the tiger, seeing this, emerged from the other end of the cabin. The mouse, driven by instinctive fear, climbed onto the boy, but the boy simply threw it to the tiger and took the opportunity to return to the raft. However, one mouse was not enough to eat, and before he could return to the raft, the tiger chased after him. Fortunately, they were at sea, and the tiger was a bit afraid, so it narrowly escaped. But the boy knew that once the tiger had finished eating the animal carcasses on the ship, it would be his turn, so he clearly couldn't just keep waiting.